My name is Joel. I'm 58 years old. I'm from Canada, where I live with my wife and my 2 daughters. I'm here on these outreaches as an aerialist, which means I do things like trapeze and things you see in a circus. And a while back, the Lord showed me that this gathers an audience and it could be used for Him. And so I do acts to Christian music where the movements go along with the lyrics of the songs, or do acts to draw people so that others can share the gospel to them. And I also have a couple of acts that are a direct gospel presentation. I like to use an act to be able to present the gospel, not only because it draws people and keeps their interest, but it provides a physical, visual means for people to remember in the future what they've seen and heard. In particular, I use an act called The Gift. It uses a spinning cube, and the cube is dressed as a gift when the act starts, and a gospel presentation is made using that cube while I'm doing the act. When I was young, I came from a very religious household, but although that religion gave you an outward appearance of cleanness, it did very little for the inside. I knew full well I was full of shame, and at one point I walked away from all of that. It meant nothing to me because it didn't change me. And I had filled myself with many things, got up to 110 kilograms. I'd never done anything physical in my life. And then I called out to God, and it was Jesus who purified the inside, whereas religion and good works could only make the outside look clean. About a month after that, I saw a circus show on television, and I remember asking God, I'd like to be able to do that, and I'd like to be able to do it for you. And at 43 years old, He started me on a journey to be able to learn how to do this and how to learn to do it for Him. And I thank Him for the opportunity. I'm 58 years old today, and I praise His name for all that He does through this and through the others who are on the team with us. People in some places are amazed that God has given me the ability to do this when I'm so old. It gives me a point of testimony, a point to open discussions about Jesus. It also encourages many other artists and people who know the Lord already, but are unsure of how they might be able to use their gifts to serve Him. Most of all, it provides an impression that Christianity is not a set of chains, which many people these days, particularly in Western countries, see Christianity as something that keeps them from being able to enjoy life. But God will use anything we put in His hands for His glory if we're willing to give it to Him.
Joel has been touring with Taco for about 2 years now. He's, I think this was his 4th tour with us. And he actually has been in contact with us for probably 5 or 6 years, but only last year did we figure out how to use his art form in the context of the tours that Taco does. He's been fantastic to have on our tours. He's a real prayer warrior. He just prays spontaneously all the time. When you're just talking, he'll break into prayer. And he's just a real prayer warrior and a real servant. He's always willing to give up his art if it's better for the team to do that. He's very willing to, hey, I don't have to do anything on this tour, even on this day. With my art form, I'll just serve in the background in any way I can. So it's always a pleasure to have Joel on a tour because of his servant type of attitude.
People are here that need Jesus. People who would not have heard Jesus in their home countries. And there are people here who need Jesus, who have fallen through the cracks, who have gone along with the social norms of the day, and some of them have just never had a chance to hear. And I would ask each person who watches this video to consider and to ask the Lord, here am I. What do you want me to do, Jesus?